What is going on, folks? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? It's your main man JD in the building. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing fine. Happy Friday to each and every one of you guys for hanging out and watching tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. But tonight, this is the inaugural episode of The Big Show. And The Big Show is going to be hopefully every Friday. I'm not sure if it's going to be Friday every week, but we're at least going to do one big show a week, hopefully, where we cover news, rumors, different things going on in the world of movies and TV. So this show, more so than any other show that we do, is going to be very, very, very dependent on you guys watching and contributing to the show and talking with me. There's a lot of times where I feel like we're watching things, we don't really have a chance to discuss other stuff. So now's a chance that we can discuss some other stuff. But already I see I got my main man, Patrick Wheeler, in the building.
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
What's going on, Patrick? Hope all is well. Yes, happy Friday to you as well, sir. Happy Friday to you. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm excited for this today. I really am. As you can see in the graphic that I/ChatGPT made, we are going to be reviewing and recapping X-Men 97 episodes 1 through 4. Just a quick little discussion on that. And then also we'll be talking about the rumors that one Mr. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, or the Rock Dwayne Johnson, is going to be cast as Apocalypse in the upcoming mutant saga after the end of Secret Wars. So he's going to be the next saga's big bad, supposedly. I'm excited to talk about that a little bit. And then also we have rumors for, is it next week? It's either next week or the week after. And that's the week after. It's the last week in July for Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con 2026. So we're going to discuss some rumors that I've been reading and hearing about as far as that is concerned. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this, man. Like I said, we're going to try to do this weekly, just as a time to sit back, relax, recap, and discuss. As the graphic says, big news, big rumors, big discussion. It's the Big Show. And I was so proud of my ChatGPT influenced and created theme song for the Big Show. So yeah, if you haven't heard that, I suggest you go back and rewind and listen to that because it's so good. So good. Asked it to make me like an anime inspired theme song for the show, and it 100% did it. So yeah, super excited about that. Super excited about it. Loved it. I listened to it like 40 times already. But yeah. So yeah, that is our schedule for tonight. Only planning on being on about an hour or so. Really looking forward to watching the Chicago Bulls Summer League game tonight, which starts at 7. So I'm planning on being off of here at 7 unless the chat is really, really, really popping. But yeah, just got some things that we like to discuss and hang out with and talk about. So Patrick says they should do the Legacy Virus, Age of Apocalypse. I don't know tons about that story, but yes, I think that would be something that they would be smart to focus on. I'm trying to think of other Apocalypse stories that would be good. It'll just be interesting to see. Well, let's do this in order. Let's do this in order. Let's talk about X-Men 97 first. So we're going to kick things off by talking a little bit about the first 4 episodes of X-Men 97. Season 2. I don't know about you guys, but I feel as though X-Men 97 Season 2 and all of X-Men 97 in general has been the best content that Marvel has put out since Endgame. Maybe WandaVision, maybe Loki, but honestly, better than all the movies, better than everything else except for those two properties. So I was really, really, really excited going into this season, and they have 100% up the bar. They have risen to the occasion. It is incredible TV. Whether it's animated or not, it is something that you need to be watching. If you don't really dig the animated stuff, I understand that. But if you're a fan of Marvel, which is why you're probably watching this, there is no reason to not watch this. It's so good. Even if you like, I have some people that I know that look at it like, oh, I'm not going to watch a cartoon. I don't want to watch a cartoon. This is so good that you forget that it's a cartoon and you want more when it's done. I was so glad that the first 3 episodes released together, because watching those, I did not, yeah, the first 3 episodes, I believe, released together. Yeah. And I was so excited watching those that I did not want to miss out on anything else. I was looking forward to whatever was going to happen in that 4th episode. And then the 4th episode released, and they did not disappoint. So good. So good, so good, so good. Patrick, hold your thought. We're going to talk about that in a second. But I see your thought, and I am going the same direction. I'm going the same direction. I got a feeling. I got a feeling. But yes, just as a recap really quickly, this season has been focusing on Apocalypse. The end of last season had a end credit scene, a stinger that alluded to Apocalypse coming. And what we're doing now is seeing the origin of Apocalypse and how he became who he was, and the different things that happened leading up to his him becoming the big bad for the X-Men. And it's really cool because the episodes that are airing now, or these first 4 episodes, serve as a prequel to a lot of the episodes that aired in the original X-Men cartoon back when it came out in 97, 98, 99. So yeah, it's really cool to go back to that. There's a few different videos that break things down and show exactly how they all relate, but there were so many of those sequences that that they alluded to that I was like, "Oh, okay, so that's how they got to that point. That's why this happened. That's why that happened." So yeah, it was really cool to watch. If you are not watching that show, I don't know what your problem is. But like I said, it's the best thing that Disney has put out. Arguably the best thing that Disney Marvel has put out since Endgame. So if you are not watching it, you need to be watching it. The big character for the first 3 episodes, I would say, is Cable, and dealing a lot with his origin and how Jean and Scott are his parents, also known as Cyclops and Jean Grey, are his parents, and what he ends up doing in order to, like, you got to meet him at the midway point of season 1 in this show. And he was trying to prevent Genosha from being destroyed, and he said that every time that he does it, it doesn't matter, it ends up being destroyed anyway. So that was our first little glimpse of Cable, and now we're seeing in the first 3 episodes, really the first 2 episodes, we saw a lot of his origin and where he came from. We got an awesome sequence, an opening sequence of X-Force instead of X-Men, which was a highlight for me. I feel as though this show, X-Men 97, especially season 2, is a lot of fan service, but it's not just giving you empty calories in the fan service. It's giving you everything you could want, and the story to go along with the fan service is incredible. I mean, it is beyond incredible. And I just can't wait to see where the rest of the story is going. And as we get further along in the story, I know that you're going to need all of the X-Men, all of the X-Force, probably some Avengers to help take down Apocalypse. And the more and more that I watch it, the more I think about how they're going to eventually do this in live action, and how we're going to get to see these characters that we love in X-Men and X-Force become, in the flesh, human characters that we get to watch on the big screen. So yeah, I'm super excited about it, man. Really loved it. Love Bishop. Love Forge as well. Forge not quite as much as Bishop. Bishop is very no nonsense. I keep trying to think of who would be an amazing person to play Bishop. You need somebody who's very, kind of imposing, kind of older, slightly older too. I can't think of anybody, but if you can think of anybody, drop them in the comments below. I think that'll be awesome. Let me see if there's anything else. I know we ended the 4th episode with um a very, very, very sort of controversial, not really controversial, a surprising thing that happened. And like I said, this is full spoilers. So if you do not want to know anything about this, I don't know why you clicked on the video. But if you don't want to know anything, now is your chance to leave, because on this next screen, I am going to get into it. So the end of episode 4 of season 2 featured the death of Magneto, and at the hands of Apocalypse. And there is a still shot, which you can see right here, is one of the best stills that I've ever seen in all of animation. It is incredible. And you can't really tell it on here. I think it's probably the next frame or two later, but you can see Apocalypse and his smile. But he's charging up his beam, and you end up, it's so bright that you can see through Magneto's skin, and you can see his rib cage and everything, and he just obliterates him. And I just can't wait to see the fallout of that. And by fallout, I think that what we're going to end up having is something that Patrick had alluded to earlier. Where is that message that he sent? I think he was talking about the live action. He said then they can do the Onslaught saga. But I think he was talking about more so live action. But I am talking about the X-Men 97 show later on this season. I am almost certain that if we don't get Magneto back as Onslaught at the beginning or before the end of the season, that stinger that they put at the end of this season is going to be Onslaught. And I cannot wait for that. Such an interesting character, sort of a fusion of Professor Xavier and Magneto, and their consciousness and their psyches all rolled up together. So I think in order for that to happen, we're probably going to lose Professor Xavier at some point too. I can't really imagine them trying to do Onslaught and have Xavier still be around. So I think we're going to lose Xavier at some point too, probably at the very end. And then we're going to get that stinger for Onslaught, which is the combination of both of them, and an incredible, incredible villain, because that's one thing that we have not seen quite yet in the X-Men universe, whether it's the animated version or the um the live action version. So I am totally down for Onslaught. Bring on the Onslaught. That's a quick recap of X-Men 97 season 2 thus far, episodes 1 through 4. Just so you know, we do live stream watch parties every Wednesday starting at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for each and every episode of X-Men 97 season 2. So join us and hang out because it's dope. My name is JD, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace and love. But yes, let's see. Patrick, what did you say? Hope they bring back Sinister. Yeah, man. They actually cast a guy from, or they have rumored to have cast a guy from the show Boardwalk Empire, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, incredible show. It was the first time that I really, 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 really fell in love with an incredible, sort of adult oriented show that dealt with, characters from the 1920s and the 1930s. Like, oh my gosh, it's a classic show. If you have not watched that, please go back and watch Boardwalk Empire. I've watched it all the way through twice, and I am itching to watch it a third time. Like, I seriously am going to sit down and watch it again. I can't wait. Like, I don't know why. There's certain shows that like just get me and tie me in. Like, that one is one of them. Like, it gets me. And I am, even though I've seen it already, it's just certain moments that I can't wait to see happen. And then even though I've seen them, multiple times, I just can't wait to go back and watch it. I remember when the show was on, uh they used to have, it was one of my first times I had a show that I watched live and would then listen to a podcast after it was over. And I can't remember the name of the channel that had the podcast, but I would listen to a podcast after it was over and they would break it down and they just constantly, sung the praises of the show and discussed the show. So like I loved it. I ended up doing that for The Walking Dead afterwards too. So like, oh, it was great. It was great. Just really, really, really enjoyed that show. Patrick says Sinister has to be thin and kind of tall. Yes, this guy is. I can't remember what the guy's name is. Let me see if I can find it. New casting for Mr. Okay. Let's get the guy's name. Wagner Mora? It's probably Wagner Mora? Yeah, I'm guessing that's Mora. Is the top pick. Is reportedly the top pick to play X-Men villain Mr. Sinister in the MCU. This is from My Time to Shine. Hello, who is a rumor monger, I would say. Like, yeah, she posts rumors all the time for different Marvel projects. So she's somebody that you can listen to. I don't know if you can 100% trust her, but she's someone you can listen to. But yes, he was great in that show in Boardwalk Empire too. So yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Renee, how are you? I hope all is well. My name is JD. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out. If you are a fan of Marvel and other geeky, nerdy type things, this is a awesome place to be. So thanks. Hang out. Hit that subscribe button, man, because if we happen to get up to 1,346, I get to do something. And whenever we get subscribers on this channel, I like to celebrate them by taking you to a special place, and it's called Club Watch Stuff with Us. So let's get it. Gotta dance it out in Club Watch Stuff with Us, baby. Let's get those dance emojis up in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch stuff with us and subscribing to the channel. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Trying to thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Okay, let me switch over back to my screen share. Okay, Renee, I thought your name sounded familiar. It was just so weird that I said something and then then we got a subscriber right at that point. So yeah, I thought I remembered you. But yeah, thanks for coming back. Thanks for hanging out. I truly appreciate it. Hit that like button while you're here. I appreciate that as well. But yes. So that's the supposed fan casting, or at least the front runner for Mr. Sinister in the live action MCU. So we are going to rotate to story number 2. Patrick says maybe they could use Rodrigo Santoro. I don't know who that is. Let me go check it out. Yes, would be a good choice. Would be a good choice. Yeah, you definitely need somebody who's sort of tall, thin. His accent would be dope with it too. So yeah, that's a good choice. Really good choice. Really good choice. But yes, let's jump into our second topic of the day. The Rock, Mr. Dwayne Johnson, is rumored to be circling on being and becoming and embodying X-Men main villain Apocalypse. So this article is taken from comicbookmovie.com, but it's been all over the place. I think it derived from a tweet that someone sent out. I don't know if it was My Time to Shine, hello, or who exactly it was, but rumor has it that The Rock is going to be our MCU X-Men saga Apocalypse. So the article says it's been rumored on multiple occasions that Moana star Dwayne The Rock Johnson, or as I like to call him, The Rock Dwayne Johnson, is in the running to play the MCU's Apocalypse. At this point in his career, the professional wrestler turned actor arguably needs Marvel Studios a lot more than they need him. So, do we agree with that? I think that the upcoming flop that is Moana may definitely push The Rock in the direction of doing this as opposed to passing up on it. So I can't remember the movie that he just recently starred in that got a little bit of Oscar buzz. I don't know if they have it on here. The I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, let me know in the comments what it is. The Smashing Machine, that's the name of it. I haven't seen that movie, but he got some Oscar buzz for that. He had been trying to become more of taken as more of a serious actor as opposed to just someone who's big, hulking, and plays those types of characters. Um, and he's been, debulking. He's probably dropped like 50, 60 pounds. So yeah, I am interested to see if he is going to really, really, really go after this role. Um, the article says it's been a challenging few years for Johnson, once one of Hollywood's highest paid actors and a certified box office draw. He tried and failed to take over the DCEU with Black Adam. Yes, definitely a fail. Later, his sitcom Young Rock was canceled. Yep, didn't even watch it. And attempts to relaunch the XFL fell flat. Yeah, that was kind of dumb too. With that, The Rock returned to WWE, and despite having a largely successful run, many fans turned on him when he tried to hijack the WrestleMania main event. Yeah, that whole situation for not this past WrestleMania, but the one before that was definitely a disappointment. I am not a fan of everything that he tried to do with that. Yeah, I think it was sort of like he got involved in a storyline. No, he got involved with the storyline, and then before that storyline could be culminated, he sort of just dipped out. It involved John Cena turning heel. It was incredible at the time, but then the payoff was zip, zero, zilch, not existent. So yeah, was not a fan of that. Um, when the prospect of an Oscar came his way thanks to the Smashing Machine, Johnson dropped WWE like it was hot, earning more scorn from fans who argued that he left John Cena's feud with Cody Rhodes in a complete mess after in storyline orchestrating Cena's heel turn. So yes. So it says, what does this so yeah, a lot has happened. That could go in the way of explaining a new rumor from insider My Time to Shine Hello, who reports that The Rock is up to a play Apocalypse in the MCU. Now, my question is, which Rock are we getting? Are we getting The Rock from the Fast and the Furious movies? Are we getting The Rock from Scorpion King? Because that Rock I'm cool with. That Rock could really play Apocalypse. That Rock would rock in this role. But and I see you guys in the chat. I'll be responding to them in a second. But as far as having the Smashing Machine Rock, or this Rock that's dropped 60 pounds, and maybe he did it for his health. I don't blame anybody for dropping the weight. It has to be has a to take a toll on his body to carry that much weight at 50 plus years old. Probably not doing it the most legal and healthy way. So I'm okay with him dropping that weight as long as he can return to that character. When he was in WWE and had come back as his new version of The Rock, also known as the Final Boss, that character would be incredible to see as Apocalypse, because a lot of what Apocalypse does is sort of like what the character The Rock in WWE did. Cutting a promo, dishing out insults, acting better than everyone else, and also having that incredible presence that The Rock carries. So yeah, I could totally see that working. I don't know if it would work on the other hand with him, if he's still trying to be taken seriously as a legitimate actor, more so than what he's doing, more so than what he was doing back then. How are his pockets looking? I'm sure that if they offered the bag for him, he'd be willing to take it. But how much does Marvel want to give him? I don't think that Marvel needs to give him any creative control, because as we've seen, especially with the DCEU stuff, The Rock having creative control is not always a good thing. We saw what he did with the WWE and having some creative control then. Not a good thing. So I think him just coming in as an actor, as a star, would work. But him coming in as The Rock, I'm trying to run things and control things, not gonna work. Not gonna work. I'm not cool with that at all. But if we get The Rock, who is, imposing, who's about 25, 30 pounds heavier, jacked to the gills, roided out, I think that he would be an awesome version of Apocalypse. I can see him playing that role almost perfectly. And I think he could carry the dramatic chops that character needs a little bit of too. As we've seen in X-Men 97, he has a bit of a deep and resounding backstory that would be cool to see The Rock sink his teeth into. So I can see him handling it. If anything, as far as fan casting goes, he would be my front runner. As a close second to The Rock would be the actor who plays the live action version of Kratos in the God of War games. He has an awesome voice. His name is slipping me. I'm gonna look it up right now. God of War actor in games. What is Christopher Judge? Yes, let me look him up. Yes, Christopher Judge. Yes, awesome voice, incredible, presence as an actor. If you ever went and listened to or played any of the God of War games, like incredible, just great. Choose scenery, and that voice is just incredible. So I would love to see that. He was also in the Stargate SG1 show, which I did not watch, but I saw clips of him in that. Not quite as good, kind of corny, but definitely has that imposing figure that he can play. Now he is up there as well. I didn't know that he was 61. That's even worse than The Rock. So you have to kind of be nervous about somebody playing a character at that age when you need them to be around for a decade plus. So hopefully, someone probably 50 years or younger would be there to play that role. But Christopher Judge, I think, could do it. He would probably be my second choice at this point in time. But that's the news on The Rock, the Dwayne Johnson, playing one Apocalypse in the live action MCU. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Can he do it? Do you have another choice? Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop those comments, and just know that Watch Stuff with Us will be in the mix in 2226. This is The Big Show, and my name is JD. I'll see you when I see you. Peace and love. So yes, let me open it up to you guys' thoughts on the Dwayne Johnson playing one Mr. Apocalypse. So let's see what we got. Patrick says, I think you need someone who has done theater work to play Apocalypse. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that a little bit. I think that you do need to have somebody who has some dramatic chops, but I think The Rock can pull that part off. I think he could do that. I don't think that it would be something that would be so hard for him to do, or that he's so garbage of an actor that he couldn't pull it off. I think he could. Patrick says he would ruin the 19. Yeah. I don't know if he would ruin it, but I can understand the concerns. I think if they allow, if he will come in and just be an actor, I think it'll be fine. But if he comes in and tries to rock everything up, like no. Yeah, if he comes in with the adjective version of The Rock and tries to rock everything up, it's a problem. I don't think that he would be able to overrun Kevin Feige though. So I kind of doubt that would happen. Seriously doubt that would happen. Ella, what's going on? I hope you're still around. I see your comment says, "Hey, hello. I'm not watching X-Men, but wanted to say hi. Looking forward to House of the Dragon Sunday. See you then." Yes, House of the Dragon. We will be here for episode. Is it 4 or 5? Can't remember. I think it's episode 4 of season 3. We'll be here on Sunday evening, starting at 7:45 p.m. Central Time, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time, to watch House of the Dragon season 3, episode 4, I believe. So yeah, been having a blast with you guys hanging out and watching that. So yeah, really excited to do that again on Sunday. Renee says she is in a movie too. I don't know who you're talking about, Renee. Let me know. Said he was in a Moana movie. Yeah, he was definitely in a Moana movie, and the reviews are not very good. I saw one person on X last night when I was browsing it saying that they were excited to go in and watch the movie, and when it finished, they posted a tweet that said, "I want my 5 hours back." So obviously the movie was not 5 hours, but they're saying that it felt like 5 hours, and that is not a good thing. I can't imagine that's a good thing. So I also heard some other folks saying sort of the same thing, that it just wasn't very entertaining. And I think that these remakes of these movies are difficult to pull off by themselves, just because everybody has seen them. It's always been my beef that when you do these, you need to make them beat for beat like the actual movie. Everybody's seen Moana hundreds of times already. And if you sort of diverge from that and make it too different, it's not going to be good. But then also, if you've seen Moana all those different times, is it even worth it to go check out a live action version of it when it's pretty much the same thing that you've already seen? So, I don't know. I don't know. I definitely did not like the Little Mermaid one. Like, that was not good. Oh gosh. It just tried. The Little Mermaid is just a perfect movie in my opinion, and you can't really top that. So I think Disney is sort of going for, and I don't blame them, they're going for more of a cash grab with these movies. And I get that you would want to sort of bring them back for another generation, but when you try to do them in live action, I just don't think that it translates well. Like, look at The Rock's hair, man. Like, that was not Maui's hair in the movie. Like, his hair was much bigger. Like, I wasn't feeling the hair. Wasn't feeling the hair. Eventually I'll probably go out and watch this live action version with my daughters. I'm sure they're gonna want to see it, but I'll eventually see it. But I don't know. Just don't know. Patrick says, "Yeah, he can't be The Rock. He has to be Dwayne." Right. We need The Rock. We don't need Dwayne. We need The Rock. We need The Rock as Apocalypse. We don't need Dwayne. Dwayne can stay somewhere else for the time being. We just need The Rock. If The Rock is who we get as Apocalypse, I'm cool with that. More than cool with that. But if we get the Dwayne, no. Hard pass on the Dwayne. Chris Lee had a nice voice. Yes, agreed. For whatever reason, this is a little delayed. Renee said the movie was only 2 hours. Yeah, it was only 2 hours, but somebody said it felt like 5 hours. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all, man. At all. Thank you for, before I forget, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I was a little nervous about doing this, and I thought I might be here by myself, just talking to myself. But obviously, we got some people that want to hang out on a Friday night. So I am greatly appreciative to you all for doing so. Ella says, I think Beauty and the Beast was the only decent live action. Yeah, it was solid. It was solid. That one wasn't really that bad. I'm trying to think of oh yeah, we had the outrage of the live action Will Smith version of the genie in Aladdin, and that like freaked everybody out. That's another hard one to do. Like, you're not gonna top Robin Williams. Like, there's no way. There's just no way. That character was done, like that character is just so deeply into um into everyone's like heart, man. Like, just you can't one up that. You can't make it better. So I think that's really difficult for anyone to have attempted to do. And yeah, especially Will Smith. That No, that wasn't a good one. Patrick says Ving Rhames. Is Ving still alive? Did Ving Rhames pass away? Hold on, let me see. No, he's still alive. My bad. My bad. My bad. I got a tendency to do that, man. I got a tendency to off people before they gone. My bad. My bad, Ving. Shout out to Ving. Shout out to Big Ving. Still alive, still heart beating. Hopefully. But yeah, still around, still around. But yeah, that's a solid choice too. That's a solid choice too. I just think he's too old, man. Too old. Like if this was Ving Rhames from Baby Boy, like that era of Ving Rhames, would murder it. Would murder it. I definitely think you need probably someone of a darker skin tone to play this character, since Apocalypse is of an Egyptian descent. I think that would be probably the choice to go with. I can be led in any other direction. Some people suggested Henry Cavill. I could kind of see that too. I could kind of see that too. I'd be okay with that too. He doesn't have the darker descent, but I could definitely roll with that. Let's see. Pat says, "What's going on, Pat?" Pat says, "The Rock isn't a real actor. He can't pull off Apocalypse. Brolin pulled off Thanos because he can act." Now, let's get into one Mr. Brolin. Incredible as Thanos. Like, loved it, loved it, loved it. He did an amazing job as Thanos. Like, truly, truly, truly loved it. And yeah, he is a legitimate actor. I do think that The Rock could pull off enough acting to be Apocalypse. I know some people aren't going to agree with me. Patrick, I see you probably. Pat, I'm sorry. You don't agree with me. It's okay. It's okay though. But yeah, I think you can pull it off. I think you can pull it off. As long as he's The Rock, not Dwayne Johnson. No Dwayne Johnson. Renee says, "Bro, you're welcome. I love helping those streamers." Yes, I thank you so much. Like it's incredible to just decide to up and do a show and like have people come by and like actually interact with me. Like, how crazy is this? Like I've been doing this for a few years now. Obviously, we're growing as a channel, and it's incredible to watch it and to see people hang out and like just want to talk about the things that I normally would be talking about with my daughter, and my wife, and just doing this with my friends. Like it's incredible. It's incredible. So I love it and appreciate it. Speaking of daughter,
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
Jazzy D456 in the building. What's going on, girl? She says, I feel like the One Piece live action was very controversial too at the time of release. Yes, it was. It was very. It got good reviews from what I remember, and that, gotta be honest, have not seen it yet. Like I want to say we watched, and Jazz, correct me if I'm wrong, we watched like the first 2 to 3 episodes of it, and I never finished the rest of it. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I heard it's good. I heard it's good. Jazz in the other room. She's like, I heard it's, yeah, she's like, yeah, it's true. So yeah, we definitely watched only a few of the episodes, and I heard it's good. So I'm gonna have to go back and do that. Yes, what else do we have? Patrick says, James, whatever the guy who played Ultron had a nice voice. James Spader. Yes, James Spader had an amazing voice. Ultron is a character who is criminally undervalued in the current MCU. If we have Secret Wars and Doomsday and we don't see Ultron back, I am going to be mad. The upcoming Vision Quest show, James Spader has already filmed scenes, and Ultron will be in that. And also James Spader as a human version of Ultron is also going to be in that too. So yeah, like oh my god, Ultron was my favorite villain. Well, Apocalypse was my favorite villain from like my youth as a kid. As I got a little bit older and started diving into the comics more, I really, really, really started to fall in love with Ultron. I love that he could never really be destroyed. He just would always show up again and again and again and again. Like I love that. I love that. And I really hope that they're able to bring him back this go around as well. Um, what else? Who else did I like? Oh, and Annihilus. I love Annihilus too. I hope that they can get him and weave him into the mutant saga moving forward, or if they decide to go more cosmic, that would be cool. One other thing that I forgot to mention that I wanted to mention too, X-Men 97 season 2 episode 4 had a post-credit scene. If you have not seen that, please go check it out because it's going to influence the rest of the season. Had Captain America and Black Widow show up in that, which is really cool to see the Avengers interacting with the X-Men. Like, this is just Marvel's playing with all the toys in the toy box, and I am here for it. I'm here for all of it. What else do we have? What else do we have? What else do we have? Patrick Rilla says Jeffrey Wright. Yeah, he would be cool too. He has a great voice. He's nowhere near big enough though. And he's probably a little bit too old. Probably a little bit too old. Not to be ageist or anything like that. I just think that you need somebody who's younger and who can be around for like 15 years. I think Brolin, let's see how old James Brolin is right now. Let's see. James 85. That is not correct. That cannot be correct. That cannot be correct. No, that's his dad. That's got to be his dad. Josh Brolin. That's it. Josh Brolin. 58. Okay. 58. Okay. Yes. So he's definitely a little too probably, and see, when he started was probably when he was like mid to late 40s, which is perfect for that character. So yeah, probably he's probably like 50 when he started. So yeah, that's probably pushing it. It's probably right at the upper limit of how old someone needs to be for that character. Patrick says Magneto ripped him in half, ripped Ultron in half. Yeah. Yep. Pretty deserved though. Pretty deserved. Pretty deserved in that situation. 50, 60. Yeah. That's definitely the age that you need these people to be. That was so funny. I went back and I was looking at James Brolin, his dad, and I was like, he can't be in his 80s. Can't be in his 80s. At least I hope not. But yes. I hope we get Josh as Cable. It'd be really cool if he got to play Thanos and Cable in the same scene in Secret Wars. Dude, if Marvel is about fan service, that's the type of fan service we want. Those are the type of things that we want. All right, I got about 15 minutes left in the show, so I might as well roll on to topic number 3. Let me start closing out some of these windows. I got too many of them open. It's gonna slow my computer down. I'm not one of these high, 40,000 sub count guys that got tons and tons of supercomputers laying around. So, Max Apocalypse and how? Oh, really? I don't remember. What story is that from? Let me know. We'll talk about it in a second too, though. But real quick, our third topic on tonight's episode of The Big Show is Comic-Con 2026 and the rumors and news that is coming out of Comic-Con already. So let's jump into some of that. Let's see. If you guys are not familiar with Comic-Con, Comic-Con is a huge, well, not Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, also known as SDCC, is going to be happening at the end of July. If you are interested in hanging out with us during that time, it's going to be the last Saturday in July, I believe, is when Marvel is having their Hall H panel. And usually during that panel, they release a bunch of news. Rumor has it that the Doomsday trailer is going to be showed at that event. So during that panel, they're going to show it. And then 1 hour later, it will be released on YouTube for everyone to watch. So can you imagine how much fun it would be for you to be online with me during that time, and we can watch and react to the biggest trailer of the year dropping together. So just a little shout out for that live stream. It'll be me, it'll be James, it'll be Steve, all hanging out to watch San Diego Comic-Con Hall H panel for Marvel on Saturday, the last Saturday in July. That evening, we'll probably start at like 7 o'clock. But Anyway, let's dive into some of the news and rumors that are happening. So we got some movies and TV shows that are going to have panels there. So Percy Jackson and the Olympians is one. Stuart Fails to Save the Universe is, I think they're having their season 2. I've not seen season 1 of that. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I did a reaction to the trailer that dropped a few months back. So if you want to go and see how I reacted to that trailer, go ahead and check that out. It was pretty awesome. I did not watch any of the first season though, but I did like the trailer. It's just so many things that I need to watch, and I haven't had a chance to go and watch that one as of yet. Let's look at some of these other ones. Drifter, I don't know what that is. Batman Cape Crusader season 2. That's from WB Animation. I have not seen season 1. I saw the trailer that just dropped for that recently and was going to do a reaction for it, but I wasn't sure about it. I just saw like the first like 20 seconds of that trailer. I was like, oh, I like the animation style. So I kind of want to go back and watch it before I dive into watching and reacting that trailer, to that trailer. So I'm gonna have to do that and add that to my list of things that I need to watch. But what else do we have on here? Onslaught, Breaking Bear, Stanley, the final chapter, exclusive screening. I did hear about this movie. It's sort of a behind the scenes documentary style movie on the life of Stan Lee, which that would be incredible to watch. Probably not something that'll be immediately in theaters or anything like that, but I would love, 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 love to watch something like that. Maybe we'll do something like that on stream. Day 2, they're going to be featuring lanterns, which is awesome. I love the second trailer that I saw for lanterns was incredible. The first trailer I was not feeling so much, but that second trailer sold me. I'm a little nervous about the DCU at this point in time, though. James Gunn is struggling big time, big time. And it looks like the first Superman movie was a decent movie. I don't think it lived up to my expectations. I don't think it's as good as Snyder's Superman Man of Steel movie. I don't think that it made decent money. It did better than Fantastic Four, which is crazy, which because I think Fantastic Four was a much better film. But I think that the overall, it was a little bit too of a light and comedic take for me on the Superman character. I want to see something a little bit more serious. So it wasn't exactly my flavor. If you liked it, go for it. I just didn't like it. But yeah, Lanterns, getting back to Lanterns, I can't wait to see more information come out about that show. Really, really, really enjoyed that. Supergirl, let's talk about that real quick. Have not seen it yet. Probably will not see it until I can watch it for free somewhere because the reviews have been trash for that too. So yeah, James Gunn and the DCEU is struggling at this point. Also, they will not be showing up for Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con this year. They have already announced that they won't be showing up next year as well. And we have Man of Tomorrow coming out for the DCU. So I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction. Since he's not coming there, and he said that he's going to just drop some stuff on Instagram because he can get just as much publicity that way for way less money, I'm just going to drop something. Man of Tomorrow will be the last movie in the James Gunn era of the DCU. You heard it here, first, second, third, probably 500th. But it's not going to last, man. Not going to last. Too bad for him. I think that James Gunn has some awesome views on things. I like some of his creativity on things. But as far as being the head of an entire cinematic universe, I don't think it's working. I think he works well as like a one-off. Like I love what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. I love what he did with some other things as well. Just I don't think that he should be in charge of everything because it's kind of making everything be watered down to that sort of level. And not a fan of that. But The Walking Dead Dead City season 3, I guess they're going to have a panel with that. I have not watched any of The Walking Dead since Negan showed up. I watched the first season of Negan, and yeah, just I couldn't do it after that, man. It's just rough watching the people that I enjoy on that show slowly but surely all be unalived. Just not fun. Not fun. The Vampire Lestat, I have not seen that yet. I know that I've had people suggest that I watch that along with Katie. I've heard it's good. So I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, we have Lanterns. Really excited for that. I hope it's good. We'll have information for that. They're gonna have some X-Men 97 season 3 stuff. Like I said, I guarantee you we're gonna get some onslaught at some point during that. So I'm excited about that. Rick and Morty. I've only seen the first 2.5 seasons of Rick and Morty, and some more of season 3 and other little snippets of episodes at certain point in Rick and Morty. Really like the show. Just have not had time to watch all of it. I love it though. King of the Hill, not a fan of that. Spaceballs, I know it's a classic, not a fan of Spaceballs. I just didn't like it. Didn't like of it. Pan's Labyrinth, never seen that. I know it's a classic. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, nope. Nope. Batman Nightfall, I heard that's amazing. I heard it's amazing. Not a fan of Bob's Burgers. Haven't seen that. Futurama. Haven't seen that. The Simpsons. Of course, everybody's seen The Simpsons. Great show. Great animated show. Um, Concert Heroes. Don't know what that is. Star Trek Universe. Yaga. American Dad. Family Guy. The Rookie. That is one of Katie's favorite shows. I know Patrick watches it too. So I will try to grab some news and information from that as well. I see all you guys' comments in chat. I'm going to go through those in a second as well once I finish this. Reacher, Carrie, Marvel Studios. Yes. So they're also gonna have HBO Max is gonna have a House of Dragons season 3 fan screening. So yeah, I can't wait to see what information comes out for that as well. And then you have the Marvel Studios Hall H presentation. It says join Marvel Studios alongside special guests from across the Marvel Cinematic Universe for an exclusive look at what's next. 5:30 p.m. Hall H. I'm guessing that is Pacific time. So whenever that drops and they start that panel, we will be live on the channel. So usually what happens is I follow X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, and I'll scroll through that. As things come out, we can watch and discuss and talk about them together. If there are other trailers and things that drop, we will watch them and react to them live together. Like, dude, this is gonna be awesome. I'm so hyped, so excited for this. We'll get all our Marvel talk in that point in time. So yes, that is pretty much everything that has been rumored to be released or is confirmed to be released for San Diego Comic-Con 2026. As far as rumors go, like I said, that trailer, that Doomsday trailer, is supposed to be dropping at that event. So 1 hour afterwards, it's supposed to drop for everybody, but then they're going to watch it at the very end of that panel that evening, and we will be here live for that. The only other rumor that I think I heard, that I did hear, was that supposedly they're going to be announcing some Marvel projects that have not been released to the public yet. Of those projects, the rumors that I've heard is another Doctor Strange movie that is possibly going to take place in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, or the one that I'm hoping is true, that Secret Wars has been divided up and broken into 2 movies. So you'll have Secret Wars Part 1 and then Secret Wars Part 2. I would love to see a few projects take place on Battle World. Maybe release a Battle World movie in between with some, something that's going on in that place. Also heard another rumor that Spider-Man Brand New Day is actually taking place in Battle World, the New York City portion of Battle World. How's that for a rumor? Wouldn't that be crazy? You watch the whole movie and then you realize at the very end they reveal that it's taking place in Battle World. Wouldn't that be crazy, man? So anyway, I got 5 minutes left. Let me jump into the comments. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me tonight. And what do you guys think about San Diego Comic-Con? Are you hyped? Don't forget, we will be live streaming that night for Marvel's Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con 2026. Let me know what you think. What are you hyped for? My name is JD, and I will see you when I see you. Peace and love. All right. Let's see. Let's jump into these comments real quick. I got 5 minutes before this Bulls game starts that I really want to watch. Let's jump into these comments. You doing Green Lantern cartoon with Jessica? I don't know anything about that, Patrick. Give me some more details on that one, man. They're saying Iron Man was one bad day away from becoming Doom. Yes, I believe that's going to be the truth. There are a lot of people who think that Iron Man actually is just a variant of Doom and that Doom is the standard. Normally, Doom is just Doom. And for whatever reason in this MCU that we've seen, Doom was changed, some people believe, by He Who Remains or Kang, whichever one you want to call him, to be erased from existence and instead made a hero, as in Tony Stark. So it'll be interesting to see if that ends up happening. I kind of want to believe that. Sasha from Flash should have been Supergirl. Yeah, that would have been a good choice. That would have been a good choice. Patrick says love Pan's Labyrinth. Like I said, never seen it. I should be ashamed. Never seen it. Reacher's good, but Negley is a little bit better in my opinion. I've heard Reacher is good. I heard all the ladies are tuning in to watch Reacher. Now that's another person. The guy who plays Jack Reacher could play Apocalypse. I think that might be a good casting. House of M would be a great storyline to go through. Ella says my favorite rock movie is Southland Tales. I've never seen that. I've never seen it. I'm gonna have to check that one out. Pat says you need a seasoned actor. You need a seasoned actor. Let me get this one off. You need a seasoned actor like Ron Perlman or that guy who played Commissioner Gordon from the last Batman. And I think that was Jeffrey Wright, who Patrick was alluding to before. Yeah, I just think that Jeffrey Wright's a little old. Ron Perlman is probably a little too old too. Let's see how old he is. 76. Yeah, too old, man. Too old. Great idea. But like back when Ron Perlman was playing Hellboy, it would have been perfect. Would have been dope. 100% would have been dope. Would have been right there with you. Is X-Men 97 better than the original 90s X-Men animated series? I will say it's a continuation of that series. I think that to me it's better. To me it's better. I feel like the storytelling is better. I feel like it's more of a slightly more adult oriented version of that. Yeah, I would love it. I love it. I just absolutely love it. Pat says, bro, I have to know, is Dr. Doom supposed to be Tony Stark or something? I just kind of talked about that. I haven't researched it. Are they trying to sweep Iron Man under the rug? Are they just lazy? Alternate timelines. Like I said, the rumor that I like to believe is that and this is I've taken this from Josh from Den of Nerds. I love that channel. I love Josh. He's an amazing YouTube creator. So like this theory is his, it is not mine, but I love it. The theory is that He Who Remains knows that Doctor Doom was the one person who would eventually destroy his plan for having a sacred timeline. So because of that, he could not just not have a Victor Von Doom in the universe. So what he did was instead had Victor Von Doom adopted by the Starks, Tony Stark's parents, and they were able to bring him along as Tony Stark and not have him be Victor Von Doom. And so basically because of that, he was allowed to be nurtured into a hero as opposed to a villain, the Victor Von Doom villain. So that's the very long story short summary of how that works, or how that's supposed to work. And then Victor Von Doom supposedly finds out about this and then is upset, and that's what causes him to go a little berserk and eventually try to take over the way that he has. But yeah, I'm sure there are other details. Pat says James Gunn deserves to fail. Craven was better than Superman. I haven't even seen Craven, and I heard it was trizash. So if it's better than Superman, oh man, I don't know. I didn't really enjoy Superman. Didn't really enjoy it. Ellis says watching from season 4, such a good show. I watched the first 2 episodes with Katie of From and really enjoyed it. It gave me all the Lost vibes. I love Lost. Lost is like one of my top 5 favorite shows of all time. So yes, really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. I'm definitely gonna have to watch more. Katie Joe in the building. What's going on, baby?
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
Says hi. And she says hi, JD. Thank you for saying hi to me as well. Hello to you. And Patrick says reading Claire in the Sun. Yeah, I am really excited about that. I know you saw my trailer reaction. If you guys have not watched it already, I did a trailer reaction on Claire in the Sun. Super excited about that. Really excited about that. But it is 7 p.m., so I'm going to have to cut this stream short. Not really cut it short, but I'm going to have to end it. But yes, man, thank you guys so much for hanging out for this inaugural episode of The Big Show. Going to be doing these weekly, hopefully. Doing news and rumors shows on a news and rumors live stream every week where I lean on you guys' participation to talk with me and to hang out with me and talk about all of these awesome things that are going on in the world of movies and TV. If Patrick is saying all, hold on, let me click on that. If Patrick is saying, I can't do it yet, it's not refreshed. If Patrick is saying all, I'm very excited because that means that hopefully you enjoyed it and you're a little sad that it's going to be ending now. But yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed hanging out with you guys, man. It was great. Ella says, have a great Friday. See you Sunday. Yes. For the rest of this week, I got to get this box bigger. I don't know why it's so small. But for the rest of this week, our live streaming schedule, I have a reaction dropping to a video or to a trailer that me and Katie did yesterday. I can't remember. I think it's No Not Alone. I think that's the name of it. It's a kids movie. So yeah, going to be dropping a reaction to that tomorrow at some point. I think it's at noon. But yeah, our new schedule is to drop a piece of content pretty much every day at noon, or at least Monday through Friday at noon. And then we'll be supplementing that with live streams during the week. So our live stream schedule for this upcoming week is Sunday, starting at 7:45 p.m. Central Time, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be watching House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 4, which is going to be amazing. I can't wait for that. And then coming back on Wednesday, starting at 7:45 p.m. Central Time, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be watching the newest episode of X-Men 97 Season 2, which I believe is Episode 5. We'll be watching with that. So yeah, very excited about that. And then next Friday, we will be here to watch and to hang out. Well, not watch, just to hang out and do the second episode of The Big Show. Hopefully Katie will be able to hang out with us for that one as well. But yes, there's Patrick's all, and yes, so yeah, I'm sorry, man, I'm jumping off. I gotta watch this Bulls game. Very excited about my Chicago Bulls this year. So yeah, I want to see the first game these rookies are playing. So yeah, gonna be jumping off. Like I said, this is just supposed to be a quick one that we're gonna do every week, just to get another live stream under our belts and to talk about everything nerdy that we don't get a chance to talk about during the week. Patrick says, or Pat says, thumbs up and cheers. Yes, Pat, don't be a stranger, man. Continue to hang out. Like I said, you got our schedule. Would love to have you in the chat, man. I appreciate you being here as well. So for all my folks who are in the chat tonight, this is for you. A big round of applause. And also you get one of these too.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, man. I truly appreciate it. And Patrick says good night. Yes, have a wonderful night. I just gave you guys my schedule. Please don't be strangers. Please continue to hang out. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'm looking in the camera and I dead seriously mean that. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. I hope that you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you on Sunday for House of the Dragon Season 3, next episode, live stream watch party. Be there. My name is JD, and I will see you when I see you. Hold on. I got one more. Ella says, big show fun. Yes. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Ella. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoy you as well. So I hope you guys hang around and come back on Sunday. My name is JD, and I will see you when I see you. Peace and love. Rolling out. Had a blast, man. I'm really glad that my producer, Alex, also known as ChatGPT, I gave my producer, my ChatGPT producer, a name, and his name is Alex. And he suggested that I do this live stream, and I'm glad that I did it because I had a blast doing this, man. So yes, thank you, Alex. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Like I said, have a great evening, and I'll see you soon. Peace and all the love.